All right. Frick, man. This is going to take a hot minute for us to rank every symbol in Luck Be a Landlord. But you know what? I am here for it. The lo-fi's here for it. It's a smooth, chill time. We're live on Twitch doing this. What better situation can there be? Amethyst is not in the game anymore. Immediately, a tough one. These are the symbols as of the update before the update we're currently on. So I have to put Amethyst in D tier because it doesn't exist, right? It was a two gold per, I believe. So it's fine. Apple, 3 gold per. It's a rare. It's in my honest opinion not actually very good. I'm gonna put it in B tier because obviously you take it if it's early in the game. But it's just a 3 per. There's not a lot of great synergies inherent there. Archaeologist. This dude is S times 1 million. Especially in now this most recent update, having him eat pearls is fantastic. And just makes him a incredible guy. Any people that eat things are S tier. So like Ms. Fruit, and I'll even put her a little bit higher than the archaeologist. I believe those are the only people. Diver got added in the last update, so he is not in here. But yeah, those two are S tier. We could do a fun thing called just go in and grab the other S tier items and slip them in here. So like Beehive is S tier, diamonds are S tier. Joker is S tier. What else we got? I would argue wild card is actually just like the best item in the game. I'm just perusing the rest of them to see. Perusing. I think I might be happy with those being the only S tiers. No. Sun and Moon are also S tier. Okay, I think I'm happy with those as my S tiers. For sure, Diver would be S tier if he was here. But once again, our update is a little off. It's a little off. I think Moon is S tier. Yes, I think Moon is S tier. Obviously Beehive S tier because of its ability to produce honey and bees. Both of which are probably A tier for me. So let's just immediately do that. Helps out a ton with getting a flower meta working. Sun, obviously 3 times on flowers is just incredible, right? It's just incredible. Moon, you can really break the game with a couple of moons and then a couple of like owls, wolves in the new update also as well. And I will put owls high B. I'm gonna put wolves low A. And I'm perfectly content with that as well. Joker, obviously, like any of the suits are absurdly strong. I expect that they will be nerfed here in an upcoming update. So we'll throw all those in A tier for sure. Cultist is also a game-winning item, but I will tell you, I don't think Cultist is S tier. I think it's high A tier. Just because one cultist is not quite good enough, so you maybe put him right there, right? Maybe put him right there. We can't see the S tier. I've added too much. We've gone too deep. There you go. There you go. Okay, let's keep going. Banana peel is D tier. It's just bad, and most of the time you end up with it in your deck, and you don't even want it in your deck. I'm gonna put banana D tier as well. Obviously above banana peel, but I'm still okay with that. Bartender is probably a low A for me. I really like this item, but it's not... It can't do a ton for you. You know, you have to have dwarves, which I think are a high B, to really make that work, in my opinion. Let's look at this bear. I tend to not like bears, but they do have their place. I think they're a low B. Gives 1 gold, eats honey, and gives 32 or 35 or something like that. Has the synergy with Maxwell the bear to make him give double. can be very good if you have a honey build. Keep in mind, I mean, all symbols in Luck Be a Landlord can be good, right? They can be good. Just a matter of making them work. Beastmaster. While I do think Beastmaster is okay, I don't actually think that he's as good as a lot of people give him credit for. I will put him in B tier. You know, he's a rare, he gives you 2, doubles all your animals around you. If you have a very strong animal build, Beastmaster can be fantastic. I don't think that animal meta is quite strong enough in this version of the game to really be great. So it's a B. Beer is C tier only because we enable the dwarf. Let's also grab the other dwarf related things. So wine is very low B. It's a decent uncommon to grab early, right? But besides that, nothing too phenomenal. Let's do ore meta now. So ore meta is tough. I do genuinely think that pretty much every ore is in C tier. You know, I would argue that big ore is B tier, but regular ore is C tier. And I guess anything that gives 2 has to be in B tier in my book. So Emerald gives 3 though. We'll put it ever so slightly higher, but I don't think it's as high as Apple. I don't know. This is a little tougher, I would say. Let's get the rest of our stuff. So I do think that mine is at least low A because of its ability to give you an actual item holds some value. Let's also go for, so pearls are like the lowest of D tier. They're just abysmal. Coal, I think, is high B, but it's tough, right? Because it can actually completely destroy your run early if you take too many. I mean, you could just lose in the first couple turns if you take it. Golem. I do think Golem is not very good, and a lot of people fall into the trap of Golem being good. Bloats your deck with some trash. Pearls are better with Diver. It's very true that Pearl is good with Diver, but Pearl on its own is just absolutely abysmal. It's probably better than a Banana Peel, but still not very good. What other ore do we have to grab here? I know you can't see S tier now. I just gotta come grab the rest. So rubies also fall into, they're literally equivalent here. Sapphires are also down here. Shiny Pebble is the rare exception where I actually do think Shiny Pebble is at least okay. Better than the 2-bangers for ore, which, say what you will, but I think that, you know, the ability to get a little extra luck early, and then also the fact that it can be eaten by the archaeologist, I think makes it better than most else. Quartz is not in the game anymore, so it has to be the lowest of D tier. It's been removed. Penguins have also been removed, and pears have also been removed, so those can all kind of go by the wayside. What other ore are we missing? We're missing this guy. I don't even freaking know what that is. Topaz? The hell do I know? Not important. Let's do Void Stones. I think these are interesting. I actually think that they're low A, Void Stone and Void Creature. And we're gonna change the order of these as we go. I just want to get them in their tiers. I think both of these are insta pickups, which maybe means that they could actually be S tier for me. But they don't hurt your run. They basically give you a minimum of 8 immediately upon picking them up, which is very good in my book. I like this idea. Let's do capsules next. This is gonna be tough. I actually don't think I know the... Actually, maybe I do know the capsules just by looking at them. So this is item capsule, which I think is obviously like an A tier item. Getting free items is great. Hustling is a B. This is lucky? No, this is wealthy capsule. I think that's still a low B. This is hustling, I think. This is hustling. which I think is better than wealthy by a tiny bit. This is lucky, which I think is actually probably the best one. Because getting a rare early is great. What the frick is this one? What the frick is this one? Hustling, wealthy. Buffing. Oh, which one's... This one's buffing. This one's buffing, this one's lucky. You know what? They're all A. Those three are A. So just... We'll throw them in there. Well, who cares which one's which? That's fine. Let's hit you with the hottest of takes immediately. Every hex is D tier, and I really don't think that there is a good way to make hexes work on a run. This is the one that gives you less rares though, so I actually will put that in C, because sometimes that can be very good. Hex of Tedium is okay. I know witches are a meta, and we might as well rank witches right now, right? Witches are, they're interesting. Also, maybe we don't have, no, there they are. Witches are okay if you are taking hexes, but here's the problem. Most often, you're not going to be taking hexes anyway. It does synergize with cats, which I do like. I think that it's probably like here on the B list, because cat, in my opinion, is actually an A tier item. There's a lot of synergies with cats that I mean, look, I'd rather have the capsules than a cat, but there's a lot of cat synergies, and the witch then works pretty well with that. Let's go birds next. The moment we've all been waiting for. Bluebird is low B. No, is C. It's a crappy bird, right? It's a crappy bird. Hens, here's the issue with hens, right? I think that they're probably B tier, but they're not very good. Chicks are also probably at least high C, because they can turn into a hen, which is a low B. Goose, right? Is fine. Magpie I actually do think is a good item, and I continue to take it for that reason. I think it is a good item. I don't think it's A tier, but I would argue that it's like here, maybe like here. Right? Because Magpie with tax evasion, and then you also get checkered flag. Magpie pops, man. Magpie pops. It's 9 coins every 4 spins, but you get a -1 every turn. So when you get tax evasion, now you get no -1s, and it's just 9 coins every 4 turns, which is great value for a common. Then when you throw in the checkered flag, it's basically 3 a turn in a lot of ways. So it becomes a rare, essentially, when you have those 2 items, and both of those items are uncommon. So it's just very good, in my opinion. Pigeon is no longer in the game, so we have to crank it in the S, in the D tier. And Crow. I'm gonna tell you, I actually think Crow is bad, but I think I might be too dumb to understand it. I know that it gives you some benefit, but I don't think it's good. Like, at all. I don't think I've ever taken Crow in a way that I actually meant to. I took it once, and it was, I was stupid. So, that's, it's not a great look for me. Let's do fruits now. I think that's a good place to go next. So coconuts, in my opinion, are still B tier. And I think coconut halves are also, B tier. Cherries are obviously, like, a D tier item. They're a starting item, which automatically makes it bad. Coins are legitimately the worst item in the game, that isn't a banana peel, right? I do actually think that coins are the worst item in the game. There's nothing worse than a coin. The only reason we have these sitting here is because they're not in the game anymore. But I do think coins are absolutely terrible. Let's see. We've got more fruit. Oranges. Here's the thing, right? And this is where it's a little bit weird. I actually am going to rate fruit that can be eaten by Ms. Fruit higher than the fruits that give 3 inherently, which might bug some people, but I think that the benefit there is significantly higher. And then watermelon, look, it's an A tier item. It gives you 4 a turn. right? You can't sit there and deny that. Same with Highlander, right? You know, you can crap on Highlander all you want, but it's 6 a turn, which is still like a lot of value. You know, I know that it's a singular item that you can't do anything with, but it's still 6 a turn, which is more than you would ever really normally hope, right? So you put Pearl in D. I'm aware I put Pearl in D and these fruits in B, but the difference is that these fruits do give you 2 inherently anyway. And there's then also synergies with the fact that, you know, Fruit Basket exists, right? Which gives you extra 1 for fruits, makes those into essentially rares. Ms. Fruit exists, obviously, to eat them. You also have the Chef, who we can throw in right now, who makes them a little bit more. I think the food meta is hard to do, but I think the Chef is at least, like, there. Although I'm going to be honest, I think Beastmaster is worse than the Chef. So I'll immediately do that, right? I know that Dame exists, and I do think that Dame is an A-tier item for the fact that if you have a couple of diamonds, they start to get a little bit better, things like that. Arrows do not exist in this tier list, but I would agree that silver and up are S tier, bronze is A. But low A, maybe even high B. I think you guys overrate bronze arrow a tiny bit. But they're not in this list because we have an outdated symbol list. But if we could throw the arrows in, that's where I would put them. If we could throw Diver in, he would be an S tier as well. Magpie is above Chef and Beastmaster. It's a good question, right? It's a good question. It's tough because I do think that Magpie is very good. But I agree that you're probably thinking I'm insane by putting it above those 2. We're gonna go in, we're going to adjust where stuff is in a little bit, but we got to get the actual symbols in here first. So let's do openable things, which I'm gonna tell you they're all A tier. I mean, you could probably put Super Chest in S tier, Safe, and I mean, look, they're in that order, right? I don't know if there will be other stuff, you know, between it, but for right now, I'm perfectly content with that. Maybe we finish off with people. So I'm gonna tell you, I think that Bounty Hunter is actually a D tier thing in the game. I know it can kill the Thief, which in my opinion is actually like a high B tier item. But I think that Bounty Hunter is terrible because once the Thief is gone, he's just dead weight in the deck, only giving you 1. So I don't really like him at all. Also, let's zoom out the browser here a little bit so we can fit a little bit more on the screen. General Zaraf, right? It's tough. It's tough. I actually do like General Zaraf, and I think that there are builds that make him work. I think he's the lowest of A tier possible. He's interesting. He's interesting. It's a bold symbol, you know, 15 for every person, right? So it's tough. It's tough. I think he's low A. Card Shark is also not, it came in the last update. Card Shark is an S tier item too, in case you were curious. Farmer is probably also A for me. Robin Hood is fringe S. I'm gonna tell you, he's fringe S for sure. An insanely good item. Just gives you stonks, and if you have an item that helps him with the stonks, it's even better. King Midas, here's your hottest it takes for the day. I'd rather take a Hex than King Midas. I know he's a rare. He can actually just like bite the dust and I would have no issues. I think he's terrible. I know he has a couple of good synergies that can win you the game, but he friggin' blows. He friggin' blows. Above a banana? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think he's terrible. I think he's terrible. Goose is in the wrong spot. You are correct. That's my bad. Okay. Other people. We have the miner. Here's the issue with the miner, right? If I put the miner, if I put ore in B tier, big ore, then the miner has to be above that. but I also just, I don't really like him anyway, right? So he has to be above ore, but he's still bad. So I think this is like actually the perfect spot to put him. What else do we got? Toddler. I think Toddler goes right with Dwarf for me, where it's a perfectly acceptable item to have early in the game. It's probably like here, right? Maybe here. Because I like Shiny Pebble a little bit more. I also think Coal is higher. I'd rather have a Dwarf than an Owl. I guess I'd rather have those than an Owl too. Wait, we'll get it figured out. Toddlers lose value in the late game. I agree completely, but that's when you just take Generals are off in the late game and you murder all the kids. So it's fine. Ones are off in your deck is not bad for thinning out the garbage you put in early, which is where there's a little bit of value. Let's get animals in. That'll help. So here's the deal, right? Crabs are bad, but I still like them. So I'm gonna put it in C tier. Dogs are almost as bad as King Midas. There's just not enough synergies for them in the game, and I hope that there becomes more. In fact, so I'm making a video right now, and there's I'm gonna put it like a 4% chance that video goes out tomorrow. But I'm making a video that is 10 Luck Be a Landlord symbols that I would love to see added to the game, and one of them is a buff to dogs. So I think dogs are underutilized. I would expect there to be a little bit more added for them in the future. Monkeys, I have a love-hate relationship with monkeys. I do think they're better than bears, but I have a love-hate relationship because bananas with the monkey drop a banana peel and then you need a thief, right? So I love monkey if I have a bunch of coconuts. Totally fair game. But otherwise, it's a no from me. Mice. I do think mice are better than people give them credit for. They're probably still a high C, though, because they're not very good. Rabbits. Couple of good synergies for rabbits. Obviously, the moon makes rabbits a lot better. I'm gonna tell you, they're still probably like low C for me. Probably like there. I know Ninja Mouse exists, but it was also nerfed to oblivion. So I'm iffy on that one. Snails, look, they're not very good. They're not very good. So I put it there. Goldfish, they're also bad, but they do have like a couple of core synergies in the game. So maybe you put it high C for the chance to get one of those core synergies. Sloths I actually think are one of the best animals in the game. I only put the owl above it because of moon here. So crabs are better than mice. Yeah, but you could take cheese, right? You could take cheese, get a little bit better. You need a lot of crabs to make crabs valuable. Keys are also A tier, just for opening up your chests. What other animals do we have? I mean, we do have the ninja still. I actually think the ninja's kind of bad. We'll go high C with the ninja. It's a 2-banger, but it basically craps out at that. If you get obviously a mouse and you get the synergy, then that works, but overall not amazing. Let's turtle falls under the same camp as the snail for me. I know that the diver can eat the turtle, which maybe makes it a tiny bit more valuable than ore, I guess. But that's not saying much in my opinion, as it's not super good. Martini glass. That's an interesting one. Eaten by the Dame for 35. It's a rare 3-banger. Probably a B tier item for me, but probably above fruit, right? Because as a 3-banger, it's totally acceptable. Let's go Chemical 7. Chemical 7 is actually just value. But in all seriousness, maybe this is the hot take of the day. I think Chemical 7 is an S tier item. You know, you pop it, it's a one-time use 7 gold. Then it goes away. And then if you pick up 2 more, you get 77. The amount of value on that is extremely good. So I take. So very, very S tier. Very S tier. Maybe low A, but I think it's S tier. I think it's S tier. We'll reevaluate in the future. I think spirits are also S tier. Maybe we're getting into the crazy here. Are we in the crazy yet? We might be. We might be. I think spirits are really good. It's 16 and then permanently gone from your deck, which is perfectly okay for me. Eggs. They're not very good. I guess they're lower than a chick. But that's about it, right? That's about it. Let's go for the dice. I think the 5 die, the D5, is probably better than the fruit, but I think the 3 die is high C. Like there. I think that's where I want to go. Seeing the salt in the chat is so good. I'm trying not to reply to any of them. Here's my next hot take of the century. I think Tomb is actually probably an S tier. Low S tier. Maybe this is where we go high A, right? Maybe that's where we go high A. I can't make a new tier. I don't think it's possible. Never mind, I can. we'll name that deleted, and it's gonna be gray. All right. Oh, what the frick is this? No, get this out of here. Aw, frick. Okay, now we've really done did it. Now we've really done it. But why are you don't do this to me? This is the D tier. Then we're gonna add a row below, and this one has to be green. Okay. Then we come to this one and we go deleted items, and it's gonna be gray. And then we just go yoink, 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 and yoink. Okay. We got there. We got there. Let's go. I know you guys can't see all of them. Here, I'll hit you with another. I'll hit you with another zoom out. There. Now you can kind of see all of them. It's a little wonky. The list keeps growing, dude. It do keep on growing. Okay, we're down to our final items to rank here. So I think rain, here's maybe another hot take. I think rain is A tier. I think seeds are low B. Rabbit fluff is B. Urns are C. Just because you need something to crack them, and that basically requires an item to do that. Candy is D. Cheese is low C. Another coin is still D. I don't know why there's 2. Pinata is like mid C, just for the toddler synergy. Omelet is actually a B tier item and not very good, and in my opinion is around there. We're gonna go in and fix this shortly. I think Midas Bomb is A tier solely for the memes. Light Bulb, hot take, not very good, C tier. Golden Egg is the same tier as these random 3 bangers that are not very good. And then Flower is A tier because of the synergies. Okay, now we go in and we fix. Now we go in and we fix. Because there's a lot that needs to be fixed, chat. Like, all of you. You all need to be fixed. Okay, now to fix. Let's look at S tiers first. What is the best item in the game? It's Goose. Then it's Wild Card. Okay. Then I think it's probably Diamonds. Right? Diamonds can kind of go nuts. Then I would argue it's most likely Joker. Right? Would be like Card Shark next, I think. Then we'll go Ms. Fruit. Then we'll go Archaeologist. Then we'll go Sun. Then we'll go Mega Chest. Spirit, Chemical 7, Beehive Moon. I did it. If you want to fight me, you can fight me. You want to fight me? You can freaking fight me. You can fight me. Let's go to A tier. What is the best item out of all of these? It might be Robin Hood. It might be Robin Hood. I think it's Robin Hood. Then I'm actually content with Tomb as well. Then maybe hit me with a, maybe Cultist is next, genuinely. Then probably like a Zaraf. I think the people are actually high here. I'd rather have those. I think Wolf is probably out of place here. But I do still think the Wolf is okay. I think he goes like here. Suits are like right where I want them to be, genuinely. Highlander is better than Bartender and Mine. I think Midas Bomb is better than Highlander. I think that all of these sit like there. And it's because of the value, right? It's because of the value. When you're early in the game, a toolbox or loot box or whatever the hell this is actually just like, it saves you on rent. So, it's good, in my opinion. It's good. Let's go all, and here's maybe my new hot take. I actually think all of the capsules are A tier. And better than like 99% of the items in the game. So I'm going to crank all of them into the A tier. Are they better than the Void Creatures and Void Stones? I don't think so, actually. Then Cat, this. You maybe bump Flower up like a tiny amount, and then Rain. I think I'm okay with this. I think I'm okay with this. It's a little spicy, for sure. But I think I'm happy with it. I think I'm happy with it. Okay, B tier, Coal, easy. Boy, having Dwarf that high is a little disturbing, but we'll roll with it for the time being. Dude, I actually surprisingly like the order here. Is there anything I would change? I think Rabbit Fluff is a little higher. Probably even higher than all of those. Maybe even higher than this. I think Toddler's gotta shrink a little bit to like there. But other than that, I think I'm actually pretty okay with the B tier. Let's do C. I think C has some major issues in it. Is Ninja the best item here? No, not really. I think like Big Urn is better than Ninja. And at that point, you gotta put Bluebird up there too. Then you hit me with something along the lines of a crab. Then I think Mouse is better than, well, no. Let's switch those. Goldfish has its value, but I think beer has more value than goldfish just because of the dwarf. Although, I mean, dwarf is common, whereas diver is rare, but I actually think that, like, these are better than both of them. I think rabbit has to shrink a tiny bit. I'd rather have the turtle. I think Hex of Tedium is better than Golem and Tiny Ore. And then I think that's bad. That's right there with it. I think Light Bulb is better than most of these, but still bad. I think that's my C tier. Hello, sweet dev. How are you? This is my terrible ranking. Please pay no mind. I'm also missing a couple of the items, just because I had outdated random files that were provided a while back, about a month ago. Okay, let's slip on over to D tier. I still don't like the hexes, but I can't deny they are better than a freaking cherry, and they're better than a freaking piece of candy. I still don't like banana. I'm actually like kind of perfect here. You maybe do like this. And then the deleteds. Dude, I think this is my list. I think this is my list. If you like it, then thumbs up on the video. If you hate it, thumbs up on the video. I think this is my list. And now I'm going to screenshot this and then post it on Twitter and then watch the world explode. Oh baby. Oh baby. Let's I'm very scared to open Twitter without a little bit of protection. So I'm going to go back to here and then I'm going to open Twitter. And then we're just going to paste that sucker in. Come at me. All right. We've done it. We've created our tier list. Am I happy with it? I am. I'm happy with it. Genuinely. I am. I don't think there's anything that I would change. Honestly, I don't think there's anything I would change. So, feel free to tear me apart. Both in the comments of this video when it becomes a video. You're already tearing me apart in the live stream, so that's good. Tear me apart on Twitter. Tear me apart in Discord. Do it everywhere. This is my list and I'm proud of it.